Okay.
Okay.
I think we're on. Hey,
everybody.
Good afternoon, evening. We're here. Libby's getting dressed. She lost her earring, and now she's putting it back in. So I just want to say hello, everybody. We're at Get Down and Dirty Talking Art on WJZZ, the coolest station in the world. I am Debbie LaPratt, and this is my co-host, Calibri, and our wonderful guest.
Hello.
So,
Hi, I'm Dion.
Yes, our artist. We're very
Hello.
excited, very honored to have
Thank
her.
you.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah, so
I'm excited to be here.
You're really
yes,
excited.
I'm so excited to be here.
So, also don't forget to watch us on Twitch, Twitter,
YouTube
and Facebook, and comment. And if you guys got any, you can call in if you want.
Yeah, you can call in tonight.
You can call in tonight. Please comment and please share. The more comments and shares we get, we just like to interact with our audience, and I think it's kind of makes it kind of personal.
I think so too.
Yeah. So
We
all
like when you
right.
comment.
So tell us.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Dion Tripp. I came here to talk about my art show at Crane Communications right now. It's
right.
there until April 1st.
That's right. And she came from Jackson.
From Jackson,
All
Michigan.
the way
Yeah,
in, you know,
it
all
was a
the way
beautiful
from-
drive. It rained most of the way, and then
And you
there was
saw
a beautiful
rainbows.
rainbow. Yeah.
Yes, because Clevie was driving in, drove right by my house. She said she was like checking the clouds out. She said they were like really low.
Well, I'd never seen that before. Normally,
Right.
this is off topic, and I apologize. But normally, there's like fog when a cloud
Right,
is forming.
right.
But there were like speckles. It looked like cotton balls suspended directly in the air, like right in front of the car. I'd never seen it before.
Isn't it something? Yeah.
Never saw it before. I mean, you have to stop.
Yeah, I would have
At
like.
least look.
So,
But
yeah.
thank you for driving in.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
really
for having
appreciate
me. I
it.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You mentioned about your exhibition at Brewery Park. So can you
Yeah.
tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so the Dream Farmer is the basis of the show. So
And what is Dream Farmer?
the Dream Farmer is a lady that I created out of a series of thoughts that kind of led me down this long path of. So it started originally. I did this house because I'm a construction worker. So
Yeah, listen to this story. Show her the back
I've
up
been
your
building
story.
the houses for 25 years. So
She's been building
I
houses. That
started
is so
when I was
cool.
15, yeah. And, I was working on this farmhouse, and we redid all the soffit and the overhangs and everything. And there was this beautiful barn gable leaning against the barn. And it was from, like, the 1900s. I was like, the barn fell, and it just sat there against the rock foundation. And so I asked him if I could, if I could have that thing sitting there. And he said, my wife wants to take a picture of the kids in it. So, why don't we wait till later? Wait till she gets pictures of the kids. I said, all right. So I came back every year for 10 years.
Really?
And he finally gave it to me. His
That's-
wife said, give her that barn gable. Load that thing up. Get that out of here.
So what is a barn
the
gable?
kids are
Because
grown.
people don't know
So
what
the
it is.
barn gable is the part of the house that's like the front. So the walls come up, and then the gable is the peak.
Okay, the
But
top,
it's
the
it's
thing
the
like that.
flap,
Okay.
like the front of the barn.
Right.
And actually, it's on display at the Crane Communications.
Which
I
one
had
was
to cut
it?
it down.
Oh, really?
And size it down so I could make.
I know
piece of
which
art
one
out
that
of it.
is. Yes, it was very. I didn't know what that was
So
from.
during that time, in that 10 years, I kept thinking, like, what am I going to paint on this thing? Why do I want this so bad? And I'm like, I want to paint the universe on it, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I want, like, that freedom from that barn, like, whatever, like that work or that,
Yeah, yeah.
the freedom, like the universe, right?
Right.
The meaning behind, like, growing vegetables and
That
raising
down to nature.
animals.
Yeah,
like,
getting right down to
yeah, it's
the...
like the pivotal point of our, I mean, we all need that, right?
Right,
We all
right,
need
right.
the farm.
Right,
Whatever that's, and
right.
so the Dream Farmer comes from actually like a spin-off of that. So I finally got the gable home this summer.
How big was it when...
It was like 8 feet by 8 feet.
Oh, my God.
So it was quite large. I finally got it home, and I'm in the kitchen. I'm listening to Lauryn Hill sing "If I Rule the World," and I'm, and I'm like, I love this song. I'm jamming out, and I'm like, wait a minute, because who would rule the world? Like,
That's right.
who would I want to rule the world? If I could have anyone rule the world, who would it be? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm using that barn gable out there. We need a dream farmer. It's the lady in the community, the elderly lady that grows the dreams inside
I like
each
that.
person within the community, because oppression and suffrage and all of these things, like, maybe could be helped just a little bit if we all helped each other just a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah! Wait a minute. What's that song? like that.
Yeah, so that's the basis of the Dream Farmer show.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
You know, that's really cool.
So I want to ask, because number one, that's an amazing thing. Well, I'm saying this because you just sound so prepared for that show, and I know that you had mentioned that you kind of, at least how life came at you, you really were shifted and just kind of jumped into it, but you really were prepared.
Oh yeah.
What were you doing before that exhibition? Is this your
So
first
yeah,
one?
this is I built houses for 25 years, and I did art on the side. I was always doing art. You know, I went to school to be an artist, art teacher. You know, and
I didn't know. That's
I was
cool.
very studied and I was very skilled in my craft. You know, and I spent
so
a lot of
cool.
time outside of school, really just making it happen. You know, trying to be the best I could be.
Yeah.
And you know, as I was building houses and raising my son, and you know, he was going through school and all the sports and all the things, you know, I was always making sure I had at least one big project every year, and then at least, you know, 3 or 4 small commissions, always. And then, you know, I would get side work after work. People want me to come to their house and put tile down in their bathroom, or you know, do this.
So
thing.
did you actually do the hammering the nails?
Yeah,
and
we build a house every year.
Okay.
Try to.
So you're in
And,
there with your hammer and your nail.
Yeah, I'm on
and
the
your saw.
roof, and
I love that.
I'm
So
on the
she's
corn
girl.
crib. I'm up on the buildings, and they're, you know, some of them are old, some
Right,
of them
right,
are. We
right.
just started doing restorations, you know, recently, so
That's very cool.
that's in the last 5 or 6 years. So yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're the lady right in. You're not just hiring people. She's in there with the hammer, the nails, the saw, climbing up the ladder, down the ladder. That's very cool.
Yeah, we build custom homes. I mean, it's been really a great, you know, I love working outside. I don't have to be inside ever. You know, there's a lot of setbacks.
What is the thing you
but
like the best about building?
Being outside.
Being outside. Okay.
Being outside every single day. You know, we'd come in when it gets really cold in the winter, when it gets right before it gets really cold, and then right about now we're coming back outside.
Okay. It's like you're
So-
coming out of the darkness.
Yeah.
You're coming into the, you know.
Yeah,
that's very
so
cool.
I my carpenter work, eventually I said, no, I'm not gonna put carpenter work, do a 40-hour job and then do carpenter work on the weekend. I'm not doing that no more.
So what is carpenter work?
Just whatever people would ask me to do, painting,
Okay.
you know, building a wall or putting a door in, whatever, whatever people. So I quit doing that on my free time and started making it my free. I said, you know, I'm only gonna do what I want to do. It's my life. I'm doing what I want. I'm putting art as my full-time free time. You know, anytime I have a moment, I'm always gonna do art. I'm saying no to all the construction works.
Okay.
So then in November, I just switched over because my art became so consuming, you know. Yeah.
So what inspired you to start doing your art the way you're doing your art? Should we show one of her pieces? So maybe they understood. Yeah, if you want to put one of her pieces up.
Yeah.
So we can kind of get a handle on kind of what her
What
art
type
is.
of art? Because
it is.
traditionally you see painters.
Right. And this
And
is
you see sculptures, but she really does large scale.
beautiful, fun.
Beautiful work. And I have to apologize in
Thank
advance
you.
because we can only put up a limited amount. Otherwise, I would
But
overload.
they're going to have to come next week and see Out of the Darkness and see some of her work. And this is
Yes.
at Brewery
First
Park.
come to Brewery Park because that's still there.
Yes.
Yeah, April 1st.
So-
I take it down April 1st. So,
Okay.
yeah, these are. So this is
sideways,
walnut
guys.
wood.
But
The base of it's walnut. So there's a manufacturing shop in Jackson that manufactures parts for Lexus
Okay.
automotive, and that's a walnut that they use in bird's eye maple. So. The base is all, a lot of actually like 80% of the show is recycled materials.
Really?
Yeah.
He's flipping it around.
He's trying
to flip it
Thank
around.
well, they can get it.
So how do you? Oh, I like that. That's a good one. So when you go up to them and ask them, "Can I have any of your old scraps or your recycled things?" or how do you work?
So
Are
they ship. Actually, I seen a Japanese artist that had the same blocks as me, and you know it's funny because they send them to Japan, and then the Japanese people mark them as being no good.
Right,
And then
right.
they ship all these no good blocks back, right?
Oh.
And then our Jackson plant warehouses them, however.
So what are blocks?
These blocks were the ones were 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches by maybe 4 or 5 inches tall.
And what are they made out of?
These ones were bird's eye maple. This is walnut here.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just went there and they let their employees take blocks home, and so I just went there and said, hey, can I have some blocks? And they said, sure, anytime, just call ahead. And
That's so cool.
so this is literally their garbage, And
wow. And tell us how big this piece is.
this piece here is probably approximately like 5 feet tall by, I would say maybe 5 feet by 3 feet, something like that.
And what is it all made out of?
So the base is walnut, and then the top, as you get to the where the flower blooms from is all plaster of Paris.
Okay. So do you form that or?
Yeah, it's like a net, like a burlap
Okay.
sack kind of, and I formed it and then put things underneath it to support it, and then poured plaster.
Okay.
And kind of worked it into the mat because it's a fiber, so you kind of work it in there so it gets underneath the mat. And
Oh wow, how
Yeah.
neat! I'd love to play in
It's
that.
really
You know?
intricate.
yeah, it is interesting.
It's very cool.
Yeah,
It's very cool. But we have to show what we have gotten. We have these fun little. These are all from recycled. These are from recycled. The cork is
Yes,
from.
so this is from a refrigerator unit.
This is from a refrigerator unit. So it's so cool.
And then this is like a little piece of insulation, holds the insulation between the rafters.
I'm gonna use the hands, the QVC.
Oh yeah, it's a
hands.
QVC hands. Okay. Yes, this is the QVC hands. This is the. I don't have the beautiful.
I like the waves.
I do too. It looks like it's.
Yeah,
it's
just
almost
almost
like
like art.
It almost looks like gel, along with, is it foam? I'm gonna hold it up.
Yeah, it's caulk. So I put caulk on there. So it's caulk and
Oh
then a
my
little bit of
gosh.
paint on there.
Isn't that so?
I think they're cute.
I think they're very cute. We're sailing away. Come sail with us. Come sail with us. So is this your very, very first exhibition in
Yeah, it is. Well, since I graduated from Spring Art, we had to have an exhibition there. And, a couple years ago, I put together about 30 pieces of art for my marketing agent in Battle Creek, Michelle Frank. She has a Mermaid Affairs.
Okay.
So actually, the Women Out of the Darkness show
Okay.
is 2 pieces from the Mermaid Affairs that I created for her.
And so what is that? The mermaid.
Mermaid Affairs is water conservation, preservation, and scarcity. So and entertainment also. They focus on the value and the importance of water for
Oh,
everybody.
that's very cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool. That's very
Let's
cool.
just take a quick pause.
Yes.
Yeah. We just want to first thank you for watching. Remind our viewers that you're watching Get Down and Dirty Talking Art on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world.
That's right. That's right.
We're here with our amazing guest, the beautiful Miss Dion
Thank
Tripp.
you.
And everybody wish Dion happy birthday. Happy belated
Yes, her
birthday.
Thank
birthday
you.
was yesterday.
Thank
you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So we were talking about I got mermaid. I apologize. I got
Mermaid,
mermaid, and then my mind went to rain.
Right. I'm thinking of the rain, the beautiful rain and the.
Sorry, but you being prepared, I guess, for now. I think it's funny how God will prepare you for things that you don't know until you're there in the moment. Like, yep, I got it.
I got it. Yep.
So you said this last exhibit you had 30 pieces. When was that? Last year?
It was the year COVID happened. So
Okay.
yeah, we were supposed to have a show, and they started closing things down in
Yes.
March 17th. So I had prepared for the show, and then we closed down that summer.
Wow.
So
How
we
was
still did a
that?
live,
Mm-hmm.
and I had one lady join, and she was actually like a Native American lady, and she had a bunch of paintings that she was an artist too. So
that's
we
kinda
shared
fun.
paintings on the live, and
That's so cool.
it was really cool. Yeah.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
What was it like getting through the pandemic? How did that affect your art?
I think it gave me more time to be home. I was more settled at home. I like to leave a lot, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I started a construction project in my house. I changed my whole floor plan. And so I lifted the
Don't leave her home for a while.
And so actually it worked out really well because I had this very large studio space all of a sudden,
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. I need to start getting into construction.
That's right.
You can come out, have stuff changed every single 6 months, like
I know. Usually I change around my furniture, but I haven't. I used to always change it constantly.
I change it constantly too.
Yeah, I haven't.
Hey, this looks different.
Yeah,
I love looking for furniture. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I've been kind of lazy. I haven't done it, but I got a new piece coming, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was pulling out of my house this morning, looked over, seen all these drawers, and I'm going, these drawers are absolutely beautiful. Go around the garbage can, and there is this 5-foot, what would you call it, chest of drawers,
It's a dresser.
It's
but
a
it's
dresser.
one of those
oh my God.
high quality. This thing gotta be like 1,000 pounds.
Oh my. And I dragged it from my neighbor's house into my garage. I don't know.
She told me, I'm sorry, you guys are getting a real conversation today. That's partly too why we were running a little behind.
really.
She told me about it, and I'm like, okay. She sent the pictures. I'm like, that's nice. And then it's one thing to see it, and I pull up. I'm like, Debbie. I went looking at it. I'm like, this is beautiful. This something made me think. I'm like, how the hell did you get this in here? I'm like, who saw you? I can.
Ambition.
I was pushing it. I was pushing it, and I took everything. It was pouring down rain, and I decided, I gotta have it. It reminded me, like of you going and getting into the, going and getting the, the salvage stuff from something, and I'm I was just like, okay, it's going upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Sidebar.
That's funny you say that because the barns I do tear them down when we. I've been in some barns that
Oh my God.
have been, they're dangerous. You can't leave them standing like that, and it's dangerous. But that's where that barn wood comes from.
I love it. Yeah, because that's what they do is the barnwood and stuff like that.
Yeah, somebody will call me and say, "Hey, do we have a barn that you want to tear it down?"
I don't like things going into the. I don't like things going into the landfill. I just have a real problem with that. It's like I just.
You can't make that wood. That wood's 100 years old or something. You can't buy it like this. Got all that texture and everything.
Oh, and
on
the
it,
quality and stuff like that. So do you use barnwood in some of your pieces?
Yes, I do actually. The Women Out of Darkness show. I have
I can't wait.
And it's oak. It's oak. One by it's a.
I can't wait to see her pieces.
Quality wood. And it's 100 years old.
Yeah. Next Saturday, you better all be there. We're having our coming out of the darkness, and we're having artwork. We're gonna have phenomenal artwork. I'm so excited to see. What do we have? About 40 artists or 30? We don't know.
You're gonna trigger a brain.
I know. I know. So we're gonna have art. We're gonna have book reading. Jan's gonna be there. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be really fun. It's all about us powering women.
And
it's
Cleavery's birthday too, huh? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My birthday's the next day.
Yes, it's Miss Cleavery's birthday. Yes, we'll do a little happy early birthday, Miss Cleavery.
I'm gonna have some cake there. Relax. But sorry, back to
right.
Dion.
Back Dion. We got sidetracked.
How do you decide what to do with? How do you decide what to create?
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time. Not knowing what I'm going to create. And I leave my brain open.
I like that.
And I meditate on it. And I think about it. And
When are
I
you the most-
ask
when is
myself, what do I want to create? What is it? What do I want to create next? I was in Chicago a couple weeks ago. And I was sitting on the porch in the morning. And I was drinking my coffee. And I looked over to this building. And I thought, how cool would it be if there was a guy climbing the side of that building that was like 20 feet tall, and in his hand was a hot air balloon. Where'd that come from? I don't know. You could get in the hot air balloon on the top of the building and go up, and then come back down.
I love
I know.
that.
I just
You just see things.
constantly leave my mind open
That's.
to whatever possibility that might come in.
Are you more creative, like in the morning, at night, or anytime special? I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and get I get ideas. I just like, I can do this. Then I go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just try to. I don't know what I do. I think actually when I get bored, when I'm really bored, and I'm forced into like a social situation, say for example, and I'm like bored, and I
Are you bored here?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But sometimes you like say you're at the grocery store, or it could be anywhere,
Right.
anywhere. Like I constantly am just leaving myself open to the
That's so
possibility
cool.
of a new idea.
Do you like look at something and say, "Oh, I might be able to do something with that," or is it? Just,
Oh, absolutely, yeah, like the
That's-
barnwood and
that's
the
cool.
the plaster kind of. Well, we do drywall and things like that. So,
Okay.
and there's some plaster artists that that you see on YouTube or something that are doing plaster right on the wall, and
Yeah, I want to
you
try
know,
Ooh.
and then like other parts of the country and things, the world and stuff. They're doing really intricate patterns and things like
Yeah,
this.
I would love to know how they do
so,
that. Oh,
yeah,
that would be very cool.
yeah.
What influence or role does the tools that you use, well, not the tools, but the materials that you use, like for instance with the barnwood and the gables, how you were saying that you sat there, you were like, what comes from that? What type of farmer, what type of, if we were to rule the world, like you were saying, like when you have this 100-year-old wood and you come into these treasures, how does that affect what you create and how you create?
Absolutely, the product lends to the idea for sure.
I like that.
So
I'm
always looking for new products, and then when I find something, it stems from the idea. Like if you go to the Korean Communications show, I found a ladder. And
Yes.
actually, my grandpa had fallen off of this ladder, and
my
we
God.
took it from him and bought him a new ladder because it's so old,
Right.
and it needed to just be retired, but I couldn't throw it away,
Right,
So
right.
it's the lady on the beach,
If you guys want to put another picture up, go ahead. Let's see which one pops up.
Yeah.
And you can talk about it too. So go ahead, keep talking about your
Yeah,
ladder.
so the lady on the chair
Right.
is a sculpture that I built, and she's in her swimsuit, and she's
Right.
in high heels, and she's holding a lamp because
Right.
she's the one that has the idea, right? Like she's the idea lady.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Cool.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I
That's
love
so-
how your work is so clever as well. I like when you can think about stuff,
Yeah,
it's
it's
something
kind of
that's
the
pretty to
story.
look at. But yeah, it's thought provoking.
Right. Well, we got a piece up. You want to talk about that real
Yeah,
fast? You were
let's
telling
talk
us a little bit about
So
that.
this octopus was made for a collector, and this was, I think, the
How
second
big
piece.
is this?
This is 4 foot by 8 foot tall.
Wow, it doesn't look that big. Oh, right. I'm thinking it's like maybe like 2 feet by 3 feet or something.
And this is a wood cut, so I cut the whole thing out of wood. It's out of signboard, actually. So this particular product could be outside, but I didn't use exterior paint. So this
Okay.
is an
Okay.
interior piece of art.
Now, is it dimensional?
Yeah, so it's got, each one of those tentacles are actually cut out and then adhered to the surface.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
he has actually several pieces of art, and I'm going to end up doing the entire corridor. It's kind of like a little corridor area. Yeah.
That's cool.
really
Now, is this
cool.
at Crane's?
This is in a gentleman's, the private collector in his home. Yeah.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. So he has the octopus, and then he has 3 sharks, and he has a shipwreck mural that I just put a treasure box on this
wow.
week, yesterday.
Is that when you were doing the video on
Yeah.
Facebook? You were
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to the yeah.
I
she's-
was tempted to put that up. I didn't know if we could or not. Especially when you're in people's homes. But
Yeah.
you guys got to check out Dion's Facebook.
Yeah, check
She's
that
very
out.
active.
Oh, it's wonderful.
So you had mentioned doing something else with the octopus with regard to children.
Oh
Is that okay to
yeah,
talk
we're
about?
gonna do. I already had my son's girlfriend. I hired her to cut out 20 octopus. So far we have 20, and then it's going to be sold as a class. So I'll have like a YouTube link and a written instruction that they can
Oh, I like that.
check out and paint at home with their families or.
Oh, that'll be
know,
very
with
cool.
the
How big
friends
is
or
that going to
whatever.
be? How
So
big
this is just a little. It's about like this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's got little wood tentacles that you can buy and glue on separately. You know.
Oh, that's so neat.
Yeah.
That's so neat. That'll
like
be
that.
very cool.
I like that you're thinking about children.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
partial
fun
to
actually.
children,
Yeah.
You know, it's really cool to offer my son's girlfriend a job. I seen your interview last night, and it's hard to find work when you're a student, as a high school student, and on top of that, it's hard to find a cool job, right?
Yeah.
So, I like this that I'm able to give her. You know, it would be cool if I could give, you know, several people. I would like to sell these and have them be, you know, mass produced, you know, and start like a little manufacturing job for, you know, like that.
I say that because that's something that we're working on with Danahan Arts to be able to do. It's just, and that's why I'm so glad that you're honing in on that, because a lot of artists, they love helping children and they love helping others where they can, but we're trained to think that we have to starve and you got to stick with fine art and you got to stick in this lane. But it's really important for number one, children to be able to express themselves, be creative, see examples in other ways that people are creative. You know, so that's very unique that you're doing with the Octopus and the Octopus.
In selfies too. I have this other product where it's like a face shape, and then you can buy a nose, and you know, you get the eyes, and you can do some hair and lips, and then it's kind of like the same thing with it being a woodcut, because the woodcuts are when you paint them and then you put them together, it's almost like you can't color outside the lines, right? Right. Like it looks perfect always, right?
How fun that would be.
Because people, they eat it up, and not just children, but
adults
people,
too.
Period. There's such a need for people to be creative, and they don't even know they need it until they're doing it.
Right.
And like, oh my God, I love this. One of the people in the show, she's actually part of the show. She started off I would do caricatures. She never painted. I just happened to do her caricature one day at an event.
Really?
And then she was like, I just want the artist experience. Can I come and sip wine? You know, people always think something. They're like, I just want to sip wine with my beret in your studio. I'm like, well,
my beret, I love it.
Like, I don't do that. You know, I put on all type of music.
Magical.
I'm messy, you know. But that was years ago.
That is so
maybe like 8 years ago. Well, that's the
so
thing.
cool.
People, you never know who you're gonna touch or who you're gonna
right.
reach and what they're gonna take
that is
with
so
it.
cool.
So,
yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing it.
Cool
For doing it.
Because people
Dick
don't
Blick,
think. That's right.
she needs supply. She needs sponsorship.
Yeah, that's right. We need supply.
Michaels.
Yeah.
No, she's not gonna work for $8 an hour to sell Michael stuff. Just go ahead and sponsor.
That's
and have
right.
her
You
team.
can sponsor us too, so we can get the supplies and hand it out to people. You know.
Okay. Oh, you want to take a quick pause?
Yeah, let's take a pause now.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for watching Get Down and Dirty Talking Art.
With Debbie LaPrade and Calibri the artist, who's still thinking about the clouds that were coming in.
Yeah. No, I actually almost said Debbie the artist.
That's all right. I'm Debbie the
I don't know what. I need to sleep today is what it is, so forgive me. But you're watching on live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and
Twitch.
Twitch. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. And you guys can call us today. Call us.
That's right. Call us.
If you have any questions for Miss Tripp,
yes.
phone number for the station is 313-355-6018.
That's right. And she will also do commission, won't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
Her work is just, wow. It's very cool. It's I like it because it's big. You know, because I can't make myself that big. You know.
You can.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Oh, not in the county.
Right. I'd have to do it all piecework kind of thing. But it's very, very. It's just like you stand there, and I actually made a special trip over, and I was like, wow. And I did Facebook Live when I was there. I got to see
so cute.
Yeah.
And the Cranes Detroit is such a beautiful building. That was where the old Stroh's Brewery was. And the building is just goes all the way up, and it's a very, very unique place. And they're so nice in there.
So nice.
You know,
yeah.
so nice.
It's
And the walls are huge, and it's dying for art.
So was that intimidating at all going into Brewery Park?
You know, it's funny you say how huge it is, because it is huge, and
Yeah.
my art is huge, but it dwarfs my art. Like
It does.
You know,
And I'm
my
thinking,
art is quite huge. It's quite large, and
You know, I'm thinking, God,
that
my stuff
space
would get
is
lost
amazing.
in there.
No, actually, when I walked in there, the first time I walked in there, I was, you know, I had this sort of like vision of what I was gonna do for the whole thing. So
Right.
no, I
on
felt good
time.
about it. Yeah,
It's cool, but
Right
it
on
looks
time.
so cool. Because I like when you walk in and you turn to the left, and it was that very first piece. I think it was the lady on the chair with the light and something like that. Was really
Roy
one.
Lichtenstein. So that was my influence for that. I like that sort of. Roy Lichtenstein did. I think that's how you say his last name. He did the comic book. You know.
Right.
So he did some sculptures that were really cool. You know. And so I was influenced by his comics and then his sculptures. I don't know that he joined the two together, but it's kind of got this comic book feel, that lady on the chair,
Yeah.
And yeah.
So how long is your exhibition up till?
June. Sorry.
June?
Sorry. April 1st. April 1st.
Okay. April Fool's Day.
You have
April 1st.
next week to get there, which is plenty of time.
That's right.
Plenty of
Yeah.
time.
And they're open from 9 to 5, is it?
I think it's 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
9
you
to
just got to
5.
pull up and just say you're going in for because there's a gate.
Yeah.
And just tell them you're going in to look at the exhibition. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And they'll just
We're
let
gonna
you
have
on
to
in.
go on a field trip if you're
Yes.
late like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check it out.
Debbie
yeah.
already saw it.
I had to go over there and check it
I
out.
definitely, I have to see it. I have to see it. Just off
Seeing
of-
it in person,
Yeah.
it's when you see anything in person, it just makes such a difference.
Well, it's one thing to see it, even seeing it in person, but it's another thing to actually have the artist's perspective of the work. And go
Yeah,
and
that's
see
what's
it.
fun.
Yeah.
The story. I said it's the
Yeah.
story
Yeah.
behind the piece.
Yeah,
It's,
so
you know.
that's the Dream Farmer. That's the Dream Farmer.
So talk about some more of
exhibition.
your pieces. Can we
So
put some more?
Yeah, the work that I did with Kelly O'Neill, that was fun. That collaboration
Yes,
project. Yeah.
yes,
At the
yes.
Ford Performance Center.
That's
Yeah, that
going
was
to be
great.
coming out of the darkness.
It's coming out of the
Yes.
darkness too. Yes.
Coming out of the
Yay.
What am I saying?
I said you keep talking about carving out of the. I'm laughing.
Now
but
is
I
that
know
is
you
that
did.
event gonna have like all artisans in that, like
Yes.
all types of artisans,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes,
really cool.
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
And your mom, like her creams and stuff, I think you had posted, right?
Yeah,
She's gonna be
yeah.
there too.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is
She's
so
got a
cool.
piece
a bit of a healer.
Oh, that is so cool.
So
oh, that is awesome.
talk about this piece.
Okay, so this is called Formations, and this is this was because I went to a Christian school, so we had to, we studied religion and Christian university.
Mm-hmm.
So we studied religion, throughout the year. I was there
Right.
for 5 years. So in art, I actually made this on my own outside of school, but this is the concept. Is that all the continents were one at once, right?
Right.
And then they split apart, right?
Right.
That's the story. And so this is called Formations because it represents the continents splitting apart and how there's divide and there's just it's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of like
cool.
I tried to capture the original story of
Yeah.
life.
So what is that made out of?
This is actually made out of burlap sack and some burlap twine. There's got some twine in there, and there's sawdust. And I
So cool.
I dipped the whole thing in this glue, and then I formed it before I painted it. So it's
Wow.
not just flat. It's got some
It does.
some
It's got some.
I
mountainous.
can't wait to see
Yeah.
this in person. Because she's right. It's really hard to tell from the picture, and even close up, you can see the texture in it. But really, I thought this was metal.
Yeah.
And I know I have to.
I had to go
description, but
touch it.
looks
I had to go
like
touch
metal.
it. Every one of
it
your
is kind of
pieces.
sharp. It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of it's kind of rough. It's a rough one.
Oh,
This is just beautiful.
this is really.
But this is actually one of the designs that I used for the clothing line. So there's two pieces. Both pieces that are in the Women Out of the Darkness.
Right.
They've been sent to La Galeriste in Canada, and they have sustainable practices and they're ethical and everything.
That's so cool.
They're environmentally responsible, and they make high-end clothing. And then they print artists' work onto the clothes. So actually, I'm getting the first of the clothing in the mail, hopefully before the show.
Oh, you're gonna be able
and
to
I
use
can
that.
wear it to the show,
I
hopefully.
can't wait.
Put some
Oh
on
my
some
God.
mannequins and rock the runway.
Oh my God, that's so cool. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
That is. I
Yeah.
love the colors in that piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually like colorful things,
Mm-hmm.
but that's one of those pieces that it's bold on its own, and with the different shades of brown, it's just really rich. you
Right,
know.
right.
Yeah,
right.
I'm glad I did that one. I was told myself to do a whole series of it, and I never pushed that any farther, but I need to probably revisit that because
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of browns and a lot of earthy tones.
What's your
either, but
favorite
I
colors?
do
What
love
colors
them.
do you like to work
My
with?
favorite's pink and green.
Oh, that's
Yeah, like a
cool.
turquoise and an orange, like an
Okay.
orange pink and a turquoise. Those are my.
Now, if you guys got any questions, you can call. Come on, comment. Come on. I know you people are out there watching. Don't be shy. If you guys want to bring another picture up, do you got it more? Yeah, go ahead.
A couple.
Here comes one. Oh, look at this.
Oh yeah.
All right, it's coming.
So see that ladder? What's that? A 6 foot ladder? 1, 2, 3. That's a 6 foot ladder. Okay, that piece is bigger than. Look at that. Look, it's bigger than me. It's 6 foot. Look at that.
Oh
6
my-
foot 6
yeah.
or something. That's in 2 pieces actually.
Which
That
one is
flower.
That flower.
That
Was it
flower
two
is in
flower?
2
I was
pieces,
wondering
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that tree over there, that has probably 100 hearts on it. So I cut all the hearts out of wood, and I got the wood from Tack Manufacturing, like, it's bird's eye maple, and I cut all them hearts out of. There was hundreds of hearts strung across my kitchen, just like dripping with paint. It was kind of cool.
I love it.
So pretty.
I love it. But what is that piece way in the back there? I don't know
Yeah,
who's
so
standing.
that one, that's the love tree there. That's the one that has the 100 hearts on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And they're all wired on there. So a lot of them are nailed to the surface, but some of them are wired, or most of them are wired. So they hang out kind of like free in the, they're kind of like free floating in the,
Right.
a little bit spatial.
You guys got to
like
go
that.
see the exhibition just to show the pictures. It just is not showing it justice. It's I was just blown away. I wanted to stay there forever and just look at each piece and just like. But I like it because you have a story about each piece.
Yeah.
And that's what that's what people go and say. Says when you're learning about the piece, it's like you're learning about the artist, and you're taking part of you home, and they can look at it and just enjoy it and listen to your story. You can always remember the story about the piece. That's what's so important. That's very cool.
What's the reaction that you typically get from your pieces?
It's cool because when I make art, it's so big I have to lay it outside, right? It's outside. I make it on the ground. And whenever a bird or like the squirrel or the cat, every time I make something, that little animal comes over and it's like, oh, what the heck is this,
Yeah.
And I swear, like when I get that reaction from an animal, I'm like, this is it, okay? But when people see it and they go like, wow, like when they say wow,
It's a wow.
I'm like, yeah, cool. Or like if I go revisit my art that I have forgotten that I even made.
Isn't that cool?
You go back and you're like, wow,
I forgot I made that.
yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. One of my friends has some of my artwork hanging in the hallway, and I'm like, I forgot I made that. Well,
Right?
that's really cool.
Right.
It's just kind of inspiration.
It's a little bit like catching your reflection in the mirror and being like, oh, hey.
Yeah, hi!
Lord.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Do you ever change it? Well, do you have any? Let me rephrase. How do you feel about past works then? Because I sometimes I have the opposite reaction. Like a lot of works I won't like initially, and then I guess as I grow or evolve or wherever, I'll see something like I really like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't change it. Have you ever had that reaction or changed something and you wished you hadn't?
Yes, actually both. I do these live events sometimes in Jackson. So we have.
So
bright
what are
walls.
live events? What is
live
that?
events? They have people come paint live.
Okay.
So we have 24-hour events. You have to be there for so many hours, and then you can go home, go to sleep. You can sleep there. You could do.
That's cool. Tell us more about that. That's very
so
cool.
you paint. It's a 24-hour event, and they have all these artists. The Armory in Jackson, Armory Art 634. So they have
Okay.
the live events
I know
there.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that was that big armory, and they have all the artists in the.
And then they have live musicians, and
Yes.
they have it catered, and you can drink there.
I
and have
forgot
a good
about
time.
they were
Yes,
doing
it's so
that.
fun.
When did they build that? When did they open that?
They opened that. Let's see, it was probably 2002 or something like that.
I
and they've been
remember
working
about that
really
now.
hard towards it. It's been they had some setbacks because there was some
Right.
contaminations in the ground. They had
Right.
to tear down one of the buildings, and
I did remember that. I was gonna always go out and see
yeah,
it.
it's the old. It's the prison, and it's the
Right.
the original
Right,
prison.
and don't
in
they have
Jackson.
artists like
Living there, yeah.
living
They
in there?
have, so there's a residency. I think you have to be an artist to live there. I'm not sure.
Right,
how
I
that
think so.
works. But they give you studio space. I think.
Right.
Believe that too.
Right.
But the armory itself it's all completely. It's just an old building,
Right.
and they've done a lot of work there. But they have like yoga studios and. Actually, I ran into a gentleman yesterday. He's gonna start, or the other day, this last weekend, I was there. He's gonna start a used clothing thing. So he has like a knack for looking for good clothes and good furniture and things like this. And he's gonna have a store.
Well, he can come to
here.
my house. I got but he ain't getting that
Yeah.
visa. That's very cool. It's like kind of like the Russell Industrial Center.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not familiar with it.
Yeah.
But I know, I gotta remember. Oh my, that's just pulling it
So
out
we
of the-
paint live, and then I'll look back at some of the pictures I've taken, as I'm painting, and this is the one I end up with, and this is where I was, and when I really liked it, and I'm like, I shouldn't have added that red or whatever, I shouldn't have.
So
But
how many
I
artists
think,
participate in that?
at the armory there,
Yeah.
they have quite a few. You know,
I'm just
this
thinking it's
last
cool.
this last weekend they had I think 20 vendors. So the armory actually it just switched hands. So the Margaret Wingle actually she used to run it and she just retired and now there's a new owner and
That's cool.
a new gallery
Yeah.
owner. So they're getting it back open now that COVID. You know, in the season it's the first of the
that's fun.
season now. So.
That's very fun.
Is that something that you regularly participate
Yeah,
in?
I try to
can viewers
participate.
see you?
Yeah, I try to
Okay.
participate in their gallery shows. They have some residential gallery that keep the gallery's open all the time. So if you go, you can see a lot of the gallery. You know, is open all the time there. It's a beautiful space.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there. Viewers want to know when Dion is gonna be
Yeah,
there.
you just let us know. We're gonna have to post
They're
it. You
in
have to-
Jackson. They're watching this. They want to know when to come see
That's
you.
right. We'll have to come out there for a
so Bright
weekend.
Walls I think is happening this year. As you guys all yes.
What is it
come
called?
to Bright Walls. Bright Walls is an amazing festival in Jackson. They just started. I think this is the third year.
And
Okay.
tell
So
us
we
about
have
it.
international artists from everywhere. They have people flying from everywhere, and all these artists come and paint the walls in Jackson. It's amazing. It's a. I think they run it for 2 weeks. The artists are there
Right.
painting, but the actual festival is maybe just like a long weekend, like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
When is the date of that? So we can do
You know
that.
what? I'm not sure when.
You'll
that
have to
is.
share
Bright
that.
Walls, though.
Bright
yeah.
Walls. Bright
Mhm.
Walls. Jackson.
We'll have to. We'll try.
Jackson, Michigan. It's a good. They do music and food trucks and all the stuff. And they open the streets. They shut the streets down so you can't park all through. You can
Right.
walk all around. Look at all the murals from years before.
Really?
Yes, it's amazing.
I've been to Jackson. Yeah. They got, don't they? Isn't that where the state prison was? Jackson State Prison.
Still, yeah,
It's still there?
largest. Well, I went to Amsterdam when I was 15 to play soccer, and I was there hanging out with all these soccer teams, and they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Jackson." They're like, and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
They all knew that they're, from all over the world. Knew
Really?
that Jackson
Jackson's
was
known
the
for the
largest
prison.
I had
Oh,
no
wow.
idea we were famous.
I didn't
You
know
know, when
that
I was
either.
young.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
What a terrible thing, right?
Yeah. So are they
I mean-
painting on the prison walls, or are they painting?
Horrifying, right? Yeah, no, they're.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. They had a museum there. It was called. I don't remember the fourth something, but what was it called?
Neat.
They had a museum. You could go and walk through. I didn't go in. Take
Yeah.
a tour, and,
Right. Right.
But they closed that down. So yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
Do you have any of your work
place.
like in Jackson? Like do you have any galleries there? Do you have any work in
I
there?
actually would like to open a gallery. I'm kind of looking for a building right now or a building space. They had some incentives for downtown Jackson. At one point on Michigan Ave, you could get an inexpensive building space, storefront, So, yeah, I'm actually looking for something right now to open a gallery because I would love to have some Detroit artists come, and everybody loves it when somebody from out of town comes in, so.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That would be just a unique
Experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, not the traditional usually collectors open up galleries and other
Sure.
business owners. You don't usually see artists, and when you do, there's it takes on the energy of the
I
artist.
think it takes on the energy
and
of the
I think
artist.
your
I
gallery
think-
would have such a fun atmosphere,
Right,
and
right,
welcoming,
right.
and just
Yeah.
something different and unique. I think.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, well, I created 20 pieces for the Crane Communications Show, and now I'm like, I don't know where to take all this stuff to. I have all this art, and my house is not that big, right? So I'm like trying to find somewhere to relocate the art, which, like I said, we're running out of time here, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll find something. Something might
Yeah.
be, hey, she's got 20 pieces of art. Anybody out there that wants to display any of her artwork,
Yeah, there you
just
go.
get a hold of her.
Yeah,
You
let me
wanna
know.
Share your
Absolutely.
number.
Let
Or
me
how
know.
they
Yeah,
get
get a hold of me. Yeah, can we share that, like my email
Yes,
or something?
yes,
Or-
please.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
go ahead, share your email.
Oh, okay. My email is my email is artist Dion. So that's Dione at yahoo.com. So
All right. Yeah, so if anybody wants to put some of her artwork around,
Absolutely.
she's looking for some, she's got some fantastic pieces. It'd
Absolutely.
be really great.
Now, how long does it take you to create a piece on average?
well, I think the most time spent in the thought process, and then once you get busy, you get all your stuff you say to yourself. You're not going to do this. It's not going to work out. You know, all those things you do.
The self-talk.
The self-talk.
Yeah.
You get all that out of the way.
Yeah. It's like, okay,
know?
move out.
Yeah, once I get down to it, though, I think once I get in the flow, I kind of lose track of time a little bit. But, I think a lot of it, majority of it's in the thought process, and then also the time learning to use the materials and utilize the materials and figure out how you're going to put them together and all that. I try to get all my errors out of the way before I even start to do the thing, I even get to my color scheme. I know what I'm going to do before I even start,
That's good, because I'd be still like
you.
I would be like,
well, I can't, I don't want to suffer through it, so I lay in bed at night just thinking about how's that going to go wrong and what can I do to fix that, and when these two things meet, what's going to happen there,
Right. Do we have any more photos we can possibly put up? Because we're getting down to our time here.
Nitty-gritty.
Yeah. All right, we got
I
one.
wanted to save that one.
Okay, and you want to talk about this?
This is for the Brewery Park. This is actually the flyer for Brewery Park.
Yes, this is Brewery
Or
Park.
article, actually.
Look at how cute she looks.
How was that? Like, once you had that article, I know you had to be floating on cloud 9.
I know, I love seeing that poster, right? Isn't that so cute? Oh, that's a picture that they took out of Jackson. So it was the rocket.
Okay.
The rocket with the lab rocket lab out of Jackson. They do a street walk they open up the street every month. Once a month they do. You get to set your art up in downtown, and everybody comes through your business and checks out your art. Yeah, it's fun.
That is so
it is fun. Yeah.
Now, I did want to, I just wanted to touch on this because I thought it would help other artists. But you had mentioned going through your education, formal education, and then kind of because artists sometimes go back and forth between artistry and professional careers.
Yes.
And then I thought it was very inspiring how you sort of took a dive out of your safety net to go back to pursuing art. Can you tell us about that?
So are you talking about when I was doing construction for so long? Yeah. So I built houses for 25 years, and we built one every year or something like this, and it's a hard job. Like,
I bet.
It's hard and it's dangerous, right? Like, it's all these things, and it's hot and it's cold. It's all these terrible things.
Right.
And so and you get exhausted being outside, just being out in the sun all the time. And it's not a super. You don't make a lot of money. You're not. It's not that you're making all this money. It's kind of like you just get to wear a badge, like a little bit, and building these houses.
I love it.
I'm used to roughing it. It's rough, and so I had enough commissions in September, October to keep me busy till Christmas. And I said, I'm making more money. I'm just going to do this thing. And so, I did the thing. I told my dad, I'm going to quit because I work for my family business. So I told him, I say, I'm going to quit. I'm just going to do this until, and now I'm busy until next year. Yeah. So I hope to just stay busy.
Wow.
That leap of faith.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's so inspiring, but important to hear, because a lot of times you number one, hear that artists are starving. What are you going to do? Well, not just artists, but anything that you really want to pursue.
Right.
To have the guts to
get out and do it.
To do
Just
it.
do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just
Don't
do
let
it.
it stop
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So cool.
Hey, if you guys want to put that flyer up about the show coming up, that would be great.
We'll save that for last. But let's you can put the picture back up because we had a really cute picture.
Yeah, I like that really cute
She's
picture.
Just absolutely stunning. You
This
can't really
one,
appreciate
look at that, it's so cute.
But Dion is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, so we were kayaking here. I went kayaking. I love being outside. So that's the thing there, doing the foraging through the river. It's this lazy Kalamazoo River, over and
that's so fun.
Yeah,
but that's the energy that comes through.
That's right.
In your artistry, I think, just that vibrant, connected to earth. Just
appreciate
very
that.
genuine. Very genuine.
Did you get inspired by just being outside?
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. You know, and I spent a lot of time on the roof.
Yeah.
Okay, and so like you can see the treetops and the wind blow and the sun
That's so
and the
neat.
clouds, and it's just
That's neat.
it's beautiful.
That's very
Yeah.
cool. I don't think I could get up that high.
It's the boys' work. That's what that. You know, it's funny because last year, one of my coworkers said, you know, this is boys' land or something like that. This is boys' work.
Right,
You know,
right,
and I'm
right.
like,
You don't see
you
a
know, it
female-
is boys' work. I'm gonna let the boys do it.
That's right. And I'll sit back and I'll be drinking my wine and sit.
Because you know they can't be. They're not all artists. You know, and eventually I get on the roof and I'm like, why am I up here?
Yeah.
I am so much. I can do so much different than this. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're very logical.
Yeah.
Hammer. Nail. Sorry.
Exactly.
Well, what's next for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. I have two new collectors, and I'm doing the clothing line thing. I'm trying to increase the image base on that. I've got the octopus and the selfies things going, and
It's going to be so
you
cool.
know, I just got invited to a Plymouth gallery in Plymouth, Michigan.
Okay.
And she came to see my show, Lisa Howard, over at the Crane Communications.
Very nice.
And she wants me to do a permanent installation for the museum.
Oh my God.
The
In
event
Plymouth,
center.
Michigan.
Yeah. And Norman Rockwell's son, Peter Rockwell, also has permanent art there.
Wow.
So there
Wow. You'll have to let us know when that
Yes. Congratulations.
is. Wow. Where is it in Plymouth?
You know, I can't remember the name of the place, but there's 3 buildings.
Mm-hmm.
There's an event center and a music hall, and they do like community of like it's
Community
for
event.
people to come meet, whether it's an art class, art people or the book people or you know,
Right.
whoever. Different community members throughout the week go there, and then they have plays and piano
Oh, that's
recitals
neat.
and things like that there too. You know,
Very nice.
and then the parking lot they do summer camps and all of this.
Well, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Cool opportunity.
Plymouth is a very cool town.
can't
too.
remember
So
the
is
name of that
Jackson.
place.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's
so
okay.
cool
Oh
that,
yeah.
again, taking that leap of faith, and then
Yeah.
now you have a full year, but an excellent year. It's not like, oh, you know, I got a couple million commissions. No, she's doing huge things.
Yeah. Yeah. So you
Oh, and
can
I have a permanent sculpture that's going to go up in Warren, Michigan too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Really?
they're looking for a location right now. So yeah, and it's my first permanent sculpture, public
I
sculpture.
love that. Oh my God. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Because their city hall is on 12 Mile in Van Dyke, so that's
So
a neat
he's
little.
maybe Viking Park or something like this. Is what
I don't know where
I'm
Viking
thinking,
Park
yeah?
is,
Well,
but that would be
wherever.
very
Yeah.
Really
cool.
cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Oh my
That's
God, to have a
wonderful.
permanent
Congratulations.
installation, that would be like going down. Oh my God, that would be just
So
like the
excited.
neatest thing in the world.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, first of many. First
Yes,
of many.
yes.
First of many.
That's right. You guys want
Okay,
to pull
well,
up the flyer because we
Well,
got a few
just because
seconds?
we got a couple seconds. So
Yeah.
let's. Do you have any a positive note?
Yes.
Oh, thank you for having me here. I really appreciate
Oh,
this.
well,
This
we're
is
so glad
amazing.
you're
I
here.
love Detroit. I love what you guys are doing. You guys are so amazing. You're doing the most beautiful things,
Oh,
and you're
thank
so
you.
busy, and it's so awesome and so powerful.
I'm
and
just
I-
getting inspired
I'm
by
just
what
glad
Jackson
to be,
does.
like connected at all. Like I'm just
Thank
happy to be
you.
here.
That's so
Thank you.
cool.
Yeah.
We're just excited to have you, and and she drove all the way from Jackson.
I know,
It's
thank you
know,
for
it
that.
is such
Thank
a
you for that.
Thank you.
You
No,
know?
thank you.
Yeah.
I would not have missed this at
Oh,
all.
you're
No.
so
yeah.
cool.
Go to Deb's
Happy to
house
be
to see
here.
this thing that she drugged before you go.
Yeah, right.
No. You're gonna be everybody go and check out Brewery Park. That's at Cranes, Detroit. You have until April 1st, so all of this weekend,
week.
and then next week to go. Go and get down to Dirty Talkin' Art. We can maybe do a field trip. We can all go together.
That's right. That's right. That's
And then
right.
also coming up, we have Out of the Darkness that Saturday, April 2nd. Now let's pull up that
You
flyer.
can pull up that flyer, please.
We have 2 flyers actually. This one is kind of listing the artist. I want you to go to www.outa, OUTTA, thedarkness.eventbrite.com to RSVP. We have artists of all kinds. We have painters, sculptors. We have fashion design of a whole fashion
Oh, we're so
show.
excited.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Wow.
excited.
Poetry Pipe Detroit is coming out.
Oh my God.
We
yes.
have, and Dorothy Jet Carter,
Carter,
has
who
a
will be our
special
guest next week, too.
book reading. Yes. We can pull up both.
So,
So we'll see you April 2nd, 1 to 7 p.m. Make sure you RSVP or I'm going to kick you out.
all right. Thank you all. Thank you. And thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming
Thank
out.
you. For coming
Thank you
on.
so much.
Wonderful. It's such a
All right,
great
everybody.
show. It was just so...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tune in. We'll see you next Wednesday. We'll have Dorothy
Yeah.
Jet Carter on. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank